the silence of the body. It was 3:17 a.m. At that moment, I didn't know this night would change everything. The room was silent. Even the ticking of the clock felt frozen. My eyes were closed, yet I was awake. My breathing slowed. My body grew heavy. I was meditating, or so I thought. Suddenly, a high-pitched humming filled my ears, like wind rushing through a distant tunnel. My chest felt lighter, then my legs, and in an instant, I felt myself leaving my body. There was no panic, only a strange calm. I was floating above the bed, looking down at my own body. Is that really me? I tried to speak, but there was no voice. The walls became transparent. Time lost its meaning. A powerful pull dragged me forward toward somewhere unknown. It wasn't a dream, but it didn't feel like reality either. One question echoed endlessly inside me. Is astral travel actually real? The unseen realms. In a blink, I arrived in a place I had never seen before. The sky glowed purple, and the stars were moving. I wasn't walking. I wasn't flying. I was intending and instantly arriving. Silhouettes appeared before me. They weren't human, but they weren't frightening either. One of them spoke directly into my mind. You have left your body, but your consciousness is still yours. That's when I understood. There was no sound here, only thought. Time didn't move forward or backward. Everything existed at once. I noticed a door ahead of me. Ancient symbols covered its surface. Familiar, yet forgotten. As I moved closer, a pressure filled my chest, as if going further was forbidden. A warning reached me. Not every soul is ready for every level. And suddenly, I was pulled back. The return. Returning was worse than leaving. A violent ringing in my ears. A crushing weight on my chest. And then I slammed back into my body. My eyes shot open. I was gasping for air. The clock still read 3:17 a.m. Not a single second had passed. But I had been gone for hours. My hands were shaking. My heart was racing. It wasn't a dream, because the feeling was far more real than any dream I had ever known. The next morning, when I looked into the mirror, something was different in my eyes, as if a part of me was still there. Research and fear. I couldn't ignore what I experienced. I began to search. Astral travel experiences, out-of-body symptoms. Is soul travel real? The more I read, the colder I felt. So many people had heard the same sound, felt the same vibration, left their bodies at the same hours. Between 3 how and 4 how a.m., some spoke of failing to return. Others claimed they were being watched. One night, I decided to try again, but this time without intention. That's when I realized something terrifying. Astral travel is not always under our control. The final question. I never left my body unintentionally again. But sometimes, between sleep and wakefulness, I still hear that same humming sound, and it feels like something is whispering. The door is still open. Is astral travel real, or is it the darkest illusion of the human mind? I don't know, but I know this much. The soul may not be bound to the body, and some journeys, once they begin, never truly end.